Welcome to Desk Geek. Well, today we have a little bit of a problem. We're not getting very good signal down here for our PlayStation, so we can't stream, we can't do anything. It's only getting about 7 megabytes per second download, so I'm going to show you here. And what we're going to do is give this new router a chance. You know what happened with the N300. It was an absolute disaster. What a piece of junk. Belongs in the trash. I sent it back. But really I should have burned it in fire because it was just that much of a joke. We're using the Nighthawk, Netgear Nighthawk upstairs. That's a very good router. I've been very happy with it. But it's not reaching 3 stories down in the log cabin, which is kind of expected. So we're going to try this new router here and see if we can increase the speeds. So 14 megabytes per second. 3.7 upload. It's inconsistent. Yesterday it was around 7 or 8. Probably depends on the time of day and who's on it. So now we're going to hook up this router and see how things go. Alright, so the router we're going to test in place of the crappy Netgear N300 to extend our Wi-Fi network is going to be the Securifi Almond. This is a very highly rated 1092 reviews, and almost all of them are 4 or 5 stars. It has a touch screen. It has a stylus that you can use to play around on that touch screen, which is kind of cool. It says you can set it up in 3 minutes. It has a Wi-Fi range up to 3,000 square foot, which more than covers my house, even the 3 layers. So this should work well. I am hoping it retails for about $70. So we will see if this can beat out the N300, which isn't going to be hard because if it works at all, it probably will beat out the N300. I can tell you the weight of it, it's certainly a little heftier than the N300, probably because the LCD screen. I like the fact that it has the LCD screen along with the little stylus here so you can play on it. I got this used for about $40. You know how I always look for deals on used items. It has 1 main port and 2 extended ports, and of course an AC adapter there. It's made of that hyper gloss or high gloss plastic, so you're going to see smudges and everything all over it. I don't know why everybody likes that look. I prefer flat black that doesn't show fingerprints. But either way, I'm going to go through the setup process and let's see if this thing is as good as it boasts. Alright, so we've switched to just showing a picture here, and I'll have some video running in the background, but at the end of it, the reason why I wanted to just show you this picture instead of going through the continuation of the videos and setup is I had a lot of problems with this device, and I want to explain the type of issues that I had. But I'll start off with saying, as far as the setup goes in the LCD, you can see this is a picture of the device. The LCD is very bright, it's responsive, it's a good touch screen. They probably spent more money on the touch screen than they did anything else. And I like the fact you could pull out a pen, you could touch on the touch screen. It's very nice. You can see the little orange icon there. In the corner is the range extender, so this can work as your regular router or it can be a range extender. So obviously I chose the range extender. You select your network, you put in the password, and you're done. So the 3-minute setup that they claim, completely accurate. You can set it up in 3 minutes. The issue comes with the consistency. So I tried multiple variations of setting it up on Wi-Fi, where my PS4 would connect to it through Wi-Fi. I also did direct Ethernet connection. The direct Ethernet connection is better, but it's still inconsistent. The Wi-Fi signal, if you just go off the Wi-Fi signal, the 2.4, then you're going to get a lot of inconsistency in your speeds. As you'll see in the video, it goes from like 6 to 14 and then drops, and sometimes it's higher, and then at times it just wouldn't connect at all. I did update to the latest firmware, and I did have tried this in multiple locations down in the basement. It's worth mentioning that nothing seems to be giving me a great signal down there, but yet Roku stick and other things can seem to pick up a pretty strong signal without any extenders, so that's interesting. In any case, it did show me that I had 5 bars of signal on the device, yet it still would have these inconsistent speeds. Now, if you're doing this for YouTube, Netflix, something like that, it works fine because you're going to be caching the video as you're watching and things will work all right. If you're doing this for live streaming, that's where the problem really came in. So when I did some live broadcasts from PS4 or even on my computer itself that's also down in the basement, there was such an inconsistency in the speeds that it would create lag. Now, on one side of the house where the PS4 is, the lag was even worse. On the side where the computer was, the lag was much better. It wasn't as variable as the other side. So at the end, what I'm saying is this device may work for you. It may not. It depends on the application. It's better than the N300, but not by much. The build quality and some of the features are cooler, but you still have that inconsistency. So I'm still on the hunt for a Wi-Fi extender that can work in my home. It says it can go 3,000 square feet. It certainly doesn't in my house, depending on maybe the way your house is built, what it's made of. My house is a log cabin, so the logs definitely can interfere with the signal. Maybe you have just drywall and it will go through just fine. In my case, it didn't work. They do have newer variations of the Almond that work off 5 gigahertz signal. Maybe they're better. I don't know. But this certainly isn't going to meet my needs, so I'm still on the hunt. If you know of a good one below, or if you know of a good one, leave your comments below. Let me know what it is so I can go check it out. If you've had one that's worked in a tough environment to gain Wi-Fi signal. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon.